This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
I haven't really made it official or anything yet, but I guess this is making it official. The finest frog hair thing is a no-go. I'm retiring it. It's over. I think we kind of touched on it on Friday that Joe, you came out in strong, like you were very staunch in your disapproval of it with me. And you thought it should be retired.
I don't think it fits for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vicky proved the point a couple of times, just throwing it out there.
I almost tested you yesterday, and I thought, no, I think it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
I hadn't made it official, but now I'm making it official. So if you're coming up to me in public and I don't say it, that's why.
Yeah.
Because it's done. It just wasn't working. If you have to carry around some kind of cheat card,
Look at it written on your hand. Yeah.
It's not much of a slogan at all.
You might find that people say it to you, though, when you say, how's it going?
Finest frog hair. That would be kind of neat if you said it to me. Yeah.
I don't even think before that came up on the Boston Pizza text line that I've ever heard you reference a frog in all the years I've known you. Never mind the fine hair of a frog, to be honest. I'll even throw in toad. I don't think toads ever come up either.
No amphibians have ever been mentioned.
Amphibians, yes. Never used the word in my life till today. But it's never come up in conversation.
Just one of the key reasons why it was a total non-starter for me.
Who were we to put a pin in your balloon? I mean, you were so excited to have something to build on.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, when you meet somebody who has one of those slogans, I'm always impressed.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it happens to be, and you can tell they use it at all times.
I'll tell you what, this is how funny it was. I got in here before Vicky this morning. Phil, you were already here, and you're sitting there, and you go, hey, how you doing? I go, best day of my life. And Phil starts chuckling. Like, I said, and here's the premise. I don't have a slogan, I don't think, like that I would use as a daily thing. And I'm reading this book, and the guy says, growing up, my buddy used to say, best day of my life. And he goes, and we can all learn from that because, you strive to make the next day better than the day before. So I said, you know what? That's a pretty good positive response.
It is.
It's first thing in the morning. I walk in, I go, the best day of my life. And all I get is a laugh. And I'm going, I guess it's not.
So are you dropping that now or what?
I don't know. I thought I was going to try it, but I got laughed at.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the Bone phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
I don't have too much to say today except for holy shit, you guys are blowing it up. This station is incredible. Why anybody else would listen to any other station on this planet, I would not understand. You got a little bit of everything today. It's all killer, no filler. You guys are just totally, all three of you are just killing it today. And most days, and when one of you are not there, we all know. You know what I mean? So the three of you combined, just nailing it and spot on today. That's why I'm calling. I want to let you guys know you guys are just doing a fine job. I wish somebody would tell me once in a while when
that's what
I get cut off in the road and God given the middle finger because I'm doing everything right. I wish somebody would tell me, just keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. So that's what I'm trying to do for the three of you.
Well, we know he's a professional. That's John with a J. He's a professional driver. Mm-hmm. We salute you.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
I'm texting the Manitoba Trucking Association right now, John with a J, and I'm telling you what a hell of a job you're doing without any backup. I have no backup. I'm just thinking you're doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
Try to get him, look, do you guys, have you ever been in an office with an employee of the week or an employee of the month plaque?
I don't think so, no.
You have?
Yeah.
Have I? Did I work with you
yes,
when there was
we
one?
did, remember?
I never got it, I guess.
Well, you had a good parking spot already. They usually give you that for a month.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
You were here early.
But it is nice to be, told you're doing a good
for
job.
Sure.
Saluted.
Welsh Dragon. I like it. Sometimes he'll just sort of give us a call early in the week and let us know what he was up to on the weekend.
Hi, guys. This is the Welsh Dragon calling. I had a Ducky weekend.
Ducky?
I watched wrestling. I was there. And I did something special for my wife. Mother's Day that I didn't have to, but I did it anyway.
Have to.
Okay, guys, have a good week. Okay, bye.
I told my wife I didn't have to.
Someone else looking for praise.
I
didn't have to.
I wonder if he's trying to say the fact that she's not my mother.
Sure.
You know,
Yes.
you get some
Yeah.
of that once in a while. Well, Australia.
By the way, just ducky is another expression people use when you
Yeah.
how you doing? Oh, just ducky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ducky weekend.
How's it going?
Give that one a try.
Just
there, Phil.
ducky. I think I'm going to give it a rest for a little
Yeah.
bit. I totally
Just be
failed.
yourself.
Fine.
Yeah. Animals that involve water might not be your thing.
Okay, yesterday we had a Motorhead guy call up, and not the first time he's complained about people who put their dogs in the box of their truck. Now, I will say his complaints seem to be about, not driving around in a small town at 30K with your dog.
Yeah.
He said there was a highway. He saw it on the highway once.
Yeah.
Right.
I think his is more about
Long distance.
long distance on the highway. But anyway, we got a reply and someone who's not too happy with Motorhead guy.
Yeah, to the guy moaning and whinging about a dog in the box of a truck, here's an idea. You mind your own business. Stay in your lane, dude. My dog loves riding in the box of my truck. She'll wait for me. Sits there, wants me to open the tailgate, jump in, go for a rip. I don't like seeing dogs in boxes of trucks. Love you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just going to let those two guys duke it out because
Yeah.
Motorhead guy will have a response.
Yeah.
Sure.
And there was a couple people on the Boston Pizza text line. It was pretty much about a 50-50 split on that topic yesterday. So
It also might depend on like the setup that you've got back there for them.
We heard that.
Yeah. If you got like a bed for them to sit in, or I don't know.
Someone said a kennel back there.
Oh, okay.
All right. The Niverville Nighthawks, they're in action at the Centennial Cup today. We got somebody who would like to hear a little more love for the Nighthawks on the program.
Come on, you guys. Don't talk about the NHL so much, those high-paid puss. Let's talk about some local talent here. The Niverville Nighthawks. They dominated the MJHL this year with a record of 51 wins, 6 losses, and 1 overtime loss, and totally killed it in the playoffs with 12-1 record, winning the Turnbull Cup.
mm-hmm.
Now they are in Prince Edward Island playing for the Canadian Championship, the Centennial Cup. They won their first 2 preliminary games and play on Tuesday. Come on, let's hear for some local talent and not these high-paid in the NHL for sakes. Bye.
So this was Vicky's idea. She said, and kudos to you, Vicky. You're like, I've been hearing about Niverville in your sports.
Yeah.
And so you said, why don't you go get a clip from one of your sportscasts?
Fact check.
So here we go. This is from Friday. The Niverville Nighthawks have won their first game at the Centennial Cup. Marlon Edwards scored his second goal of the game in overtime as the Nighthawks beat the... So there you go. That's
There
from
it is.
Friday. And then again...
Well, they played Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't here Sunday, but maybe a little bit more commitment on your part Sunday to get it in. No, actually, you know what? We have been talking about Niverville and the Nighthawks because it's a great team moniker, too,
Yeah.
the Nighthawks. And 2-0 at the Centennial.
And a fantastic franchise. And you know what? We know the caller's heart is in the right place. He just wants to hear more about his Nighthawks.
Sure.
Okay, for you, Vicky.
Hey, I was watching the Habs. They laid down the law there against Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
They looked super strong. They basically dominated the whole game. And I want to think that the new member of the cheering squad, Vicky Shea Lafleur, has become a good luck charm for them, I'm hoping.
Yes.
We will see tomorrow if the charm lasts. Let's go, Habs!
All right.
Looking forward to that game tonight. It's been a good series. I'm putting money on both teams tonight. I can't lose.
Okay, we'll wrap with this. This is T. Kona, and it's pertaining to a topic from last week. I can't remember how it came up, but I mentioned, I haven't been to teasers in years. That was
That's your story.
that
hey?
was my comment. Yeah.
Good morning. It's T. Kona. Hey, Philly, you were saying you haven't seen strippers in 30 years. Talking about the loonies, whatever. Just the other day, Bubbles there at Teasers was asking about you, actually. Wondering when you were going to come in. She misses you. So I don't know what you're talking about 30 years ago. You little devil. Anyway, have a good day.
30 years, 5 years, 2
Big
years.
tipper. Hey, Bubbles remembers.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Got a nice text message from the professor. A little two-dad action.
Yep, Two Dat Tuesday.
Right.
The 2, D-A-T.
What?
2 days ago Tuesday. What were you doing on Sunday?
Yeah, Vicky, do you have a photo from Sunday at all?
Ooh, I don't think so. I was busy. I had a lunch and a dinner, a lot of Mother's Day stuff going on, but I didn't snap any pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, I was out with my mom, but I didn't get a picture. I'm mad now because I could have posted that for Two Dat Tuesday.
I think my mom took a picture of her cake from Dolce Bakery. Could post that.
That's a great place.
Yeah.
I was with the Pavers. I was at Landscape Liquidators.
Oh,
so we posted it. Fantastic.
Did you do some paving?
No, I let the experts do the paving.
Okay.
But I learned a lot about paving. Funny thing is, the first person I called was my brother, who taught me a little bit about that years ago. I said, half the way to do it now because of Landscape Liquidators. I said, you made me waste all those hours before. I can do it in half the time now.
I saw the social media from them doing the paving.
It's a game changer.
And that whole, we got the pavers. That is not just a fancy
You started
catchphrase.
it.
Yeah, that is, I'll tell you what, they made it look easy.
I'm going to take you back to where it all started. Everybody said, why are you yelling? We got the pavers. And now it's taken off.
That commercial.
You can't walk into that place outside and yell it loud enough. We got the pavers.
It's a true story.
I'm telling you.
When I originally recorded that commercial, the producer was like, well, it's not a monster truck commercial. You're yelling like it's monster truck. And I'm like, I only have one gear.
Yeah.
And then the guys over at Landscape Liquidators were like, no, don't change it.
Yeah,
we love that.
They love it.
So it's...
And then they brought in some Italian porcelain and they said, oh, why don't I just get the Italian guy to voice these on the side? I said, wow. I was joking with Neil, the owner. I said, wow, couldn't find anybody else couldn't have had the original We Got the Pavers guy to do those.
By the way, Professor, that's a nice meal. What is that? Is that like a
Like a roast or something.
Yeah, brisket roast.
Pulled pork?
Pulled pork.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, the gravy alone.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what, Joe?
It's a dark gravy.
Can I just say, that plate, everything's too close together
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, the carrots are touching the
I
potatoes.
agree. And there's no, in the mashed potatoes, there's no, like, I like to put a hole in the middle
Yeah.
for it to have somewhere for
Like
the
a
gravy to
volcano.
go. Like a volcano. Yeah, that's right.
A volcano
And
of gravy.
this is just a freewheeling gravy.
I don't disagree with the professor on many things, but yeah, that plate looks a little cramped for me. I need dividers.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Here's what's trending
With Philly Joe and Vicky.
All right, a few things to mention. There's a new Martin Short documentary on Netflix today. Motley Crue performed with Carrie Underwood on the season finale of American Idol last night. You can find that online.
Wow. I wonder how that went down. Like, Vince, he was coming to town. Sometimes he's admitted some of his vocal struggles every now and then, but I've heard he's sounding better.
I haven't watched it yet. I'll have to find a clip to see how it went. And some big stars just got announced for Ryan Coogler's X-Files reboot. Some guest stars. Steve Buscemi is going to be on it. And Amy Madigan, she just won the Oscar for Weapons. And actually, a lot of people don't know she was John Candy's girlfriend in Uncle Buck.
Right.
You wouldn't know it to look at her, like she looks so different, especially in the
Yes.
Weapons movie.
Wow.
That look was pretty
Interesting.
extreme. So, a lot of people looking forward to that one.
Would you say Steve Buscemi's an underrated actor?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah?
yeah. He
Yeah.
can do it all.
Like everything he's in, like he's so good.
Started his life as a firefighter, right? That was well documented at 9/11.
Yeah, at 9/11.
And then became an actor.
He was, he just showed up at a fire station to help out.
Yeah.
Like he was already famous
I
and
didn't know
everything
that.
like that
Yeah.
and was just like, how can I help?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just seems like a decent guy.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And just, well-rounded actor. Been in so many different things, and then doesn't get as many lead parts. He's said that himself. He's not that good looking, right? But he loves the roles he's played, like Boardwalk Empire, great HBO series.
Good.
and all the comedy stuff.
Sopranos, and he's been in some Quentin Tarantino stuff. Like,
His guest appearance on 30 Rock is one of my favorites, where he plays Alec Baldwin's private investigator, and he goes into the high school dressed as some generic high school kid. Oh, the meme. Look for it. And the Beatles are finally getting their first official museum in 2027. Hard to believe that it took this long. And it's going to be at a pretty iconic spot, 3 Savile Row in London. That's where they recorded Let It Be, their final album. And it's where they did their final gig where they famously sang on the rooftop back in 1969. So they're going to recreate the studio. You can even go up on the rooftop when they open it up, and they'll have all kinds of exhibitions.
There's a lot of great things to do in London when you get to travel there. It's a beautiful city, but now that would be kind of cool. A lot of people doing the walk around Abbey Road, but this would just be
that would be
top shelf.
That will be a lot of people will be checking that out.
Of course, it's iconic.
Unbelievable. All right, that is Scrollin.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
And Vicky, tell us about what you witnessed this morning, because this is something that needs discussion.
Well, I saw a gentleman in a cape walking across the road this morning. A cape and a cane. It didn't look as though he needed the cane, so it might have been a vanity cane.
It wasn't like Superman heading over to workers' comp or somebody, you know?
Well, it was interesting because the juxtaposition of the cape and the cane was that he had like wired earbuds and a backpack under the cape and sandals. So it was quite a look. It really
what kind
stood
of
out.
pants? Was it like
I
jeans?
don't know. Probably like a baggy black jean, all in black.
Was he going to a performance, like
I
a
don't
tryout?
know. It just seemed like he was carrying on with his day almost, but you just don't see a cape very often, so it caught my eye.
This morning?
Yeah, it was around, I don't know, like 4:50 maybe.
What part of town?
Burglar? Yeah, like the Hamburglar from McDonald's wore a cape.
You can't be a burglar in a cape. It'll get caught in the windows.
Well, it worked for him.
Yeah, you can't be nimble in a long cape.
In Hamburglar's defense, he was just stealing his friend's burgers, wasn't he? He wasn't actually breaking into houses, Hamburglar.
That's right. Yeah, he was strictly He had a code that he lived by.
Yeah, like
Batman.
poor Grimace.
Yeah.
He was stealing Grimace's burgers.
Yeah. Also, I guess his cape was a little shorter, so a little more dexterity with that. But this was right to the ground. Yeah, it was across Moray. Yeah.
Okay, on St.
At
James.
the lights there at Roblin.
So clearly, from your vantage point, from what you witnessed, this was fashion.
Yeah, I
this is
think
what
this was a fashion choice for sure. Or, yeah, maybe he had some kind of, I don't know what the gig would be.
I hate to say this, but you said Moray and Roblin.
Yeah.
1 block over is a McDonald's.
Oh, jeez.
So you think it was Hamburglar?
I don't. Somebody with a cane. The cane's throwing me off from the
There
superhero,
was-
the cape.
Yeah, no mask either.
No mask.
He was showing his full face.
It's not good.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe capes are coming back and we just haven't heard.
Cape and cane. No hat, though?
No hat. No.
I don't mind this fashion, though. Like, at least he's making a statement.
I will say, like, for as windy as it's been lately, when that cape catches in the wind, kind of majestic looking.
Right.
Do you wear a cape? Is this something you've witnessed as well? Cane, cape. It's a powerful look, the
Yeah.
cape. Strong. We've had it in Would You Rather before. Like, would you rather wear a cape or like a Gandalf cloak, like you're a wizard?
Yeah.
And I think the cape usually wins because you don't like cloaks. Joe.
Yeah, cloaks are heavier. I find.
Yeah, I mean, is the difference between a cape and a cloak sleeves? Is that the only difference?
Your cloak has the big baggy sleeves.
I think so.
Typically pretty heavy. Wouldn't want to wear a cloak in the summer. Whereas you could wear a cape in the summer.
Sure, breezy.
And this is
then when
the
it
Charles-
cools off in the evening, you just wrap it around yourself.
Yeah, well, this is the Charleswood side of Moray, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, not the St. James side of Moray.
Okay.
Okay.
Let us know. Have you also witnessed capes? Is this a fashion trend that's coming back?
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Someone's wondering if the cape was to keep dry. Like,
Could be with the rain.
Could be, yeah.
Somebody suggested they saw somebody with an umbrella, Vicky, in that area, not a cane.
I mean, it could be, but I'm pretty sure it was like a wooden, like a light wood cane.
Okay.
Yeah.
You saw what you saw.
Yeah. I mean, it
cane
was
can
early.
be a cane. I like that is less like that doesn't pop like a cape. Like if you see a cane for fashion, you still notice it, but not as much as you don't see. Like maybe in Europe you see more capes, I suspect.
Yeah, maybe. Well, probably more than here, certainly.
Right.
But even then, I think it's a rarity. Actually, you know what? I'll go as far as to call it a walking stick because it didn't have the curve. I think it was
The
like
walking
a straight.
stick. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably in Romania, I would say capes are probably quite popular.
How do you get a count in front of your name?
Probably,
I mean, he could have been a vampire.
Their morning show right now could be talking about some guy wearing jeans and a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's just another world.
Oh, and a walking stick. I'm not sure what he's got going.
But I tend to think that the cape was some form of rain gear.
Yeah, it was a practical
Yes.
thing. Yeah, you could be right.
I would think.
And then we did get this. Was Spaghetti Man around? Was Spaghetti Man with anywhere in the vicinity?
I can't answer that as far as was Spaghetti Man around, but I can tell you this. Spaghetti Man doesn't use a walking stick. He uses a spoon, baby, to twirl that spaghetti.
Yeah, there's no sticks. And you know, a Spaghetti Man doesn't wear a cape for sure. Like,
No.
There's no cape there.
No. Spaghetti Man's bulky enough in that tight outfit.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
I thought it was worth doing a quick search on famous cape wearers in pop culture over time. And this is just an initial list, first bunch of names that came up. And let me tell you, when you hear this list, it makes you say, maybe a cape's not such a bad idea. These are nobody on this list is unimportant. Put it that way.
Who we got?
Batman.
Yeah, sure.
Superman. Darth Vader. Didn't think of that guy, did you?
No.
Powerful.
No one messed with Vader. Nobody. Probably
I would
wasn't.
say that this guy that I saw in Charleswood had a Vader-style cape on.
That was a long
and black.
Yeah, Vader's was long, so it was as long as Vader's. Okay. Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
That was more like a cloak.
I would say, yeah.
My
Let me look
search
this up.
said cape, but does it?
Or
But
maybe they're considered both to be the same
Could
kind
be.
of idea.
yeah.
Because his had like the shoulders on them.
It was almost like an attachment onto his jacket. Yeah, so it might be more cloakish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way. okay.
Dracula.
Yeah.
Sure.
Clearly
Famous.
One of the most
Still
famous.
around.
Yeah. Wait, they
Hey,
can't die.
you can't kill him.
Yeah.
How about this one? Zorro.
Ooh.
Big one right
one.
there.
And he used to be able to flip that cape with the sword.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
all part of it.
And then Zedya in a second.
He'll zed ya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Count Von Count from Sesame Street.
Yes. One, Phil Aubrey, one.
Liberace.
Yeah.
Don to Cape.
Made
Yeah,
famous
sure.
at WrestleMania for a lot of wrestling fans, if you remember. Liberace was one of the first stars.
Looks good sitting by a piano.
Yeah.
And the King, Elvis, in one of
of
his
course.
residencies would come out in
Yeah.
the cape. I think of the that white outfit with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cape. Yeah.
What about who was it where he would like get all like overwhelmed and then they'd put a cape on him and then he'd walk away and then he'd come back and take the cape off? Who is the hot tub guy that Eddie Murphy made fun of
Oh,
or
God.
did a parody of? Somebody will know on the text line
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I
Yeah.
know what you're
Yeah.
talking
He's like
about.
a soul singer.
Yes.
Oh,
James Brown.
James
Yes,
Brown.
Yes,
thank
I
you.
yes.
feel good. Yeah.
That's that was his.
I feel like he worked a cape in
yeah,
every now and then.
no, you're
Sure.
absolutely right. He's a great dancer too.
Yeah.
Certainly. Oh, Captain Underpants had a cape.
Oh,
did.
those
Phantom-
are good movies. Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera.
Or the one.
So we saw the Count of Charleswood, pretty much, is what you're saying.
I guess so. Some
what a
people
lot of
said
people
they've
are
been
saying.
seeing him for years.
Yeah.
So I guess he's a staple in the neighborhood.
I've lived there 25 years. I think I've seen him once.
So
Okay.
Yeah, somebody. I never thought that he had an identity,
Mm-hmm.
and now that Vicky's bringing up all these little tidbits about the guy, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The Count of Charleswood.
Apparently, that's what people are calling him.
It's a good title.
Charleswood Jesus, Charleswood Moses, but Count of
But
Charleswood
Jesus
makes
didn't
sense.
wear a cape.
Yeah. there's
Yeah.
No, I mean, he could have pulled it off.
Sure,
but
if anyone could have.
In someone's story, he may be. I don't know.
Thanks for all the messages. This Randy Macho Man Savage wore a
He
cape.
did. You don't mess with it.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Time for the completely useless question with Burt Block Party tickets on the line. It's the Collective Soul night.
The Sunday, August 16th, yeah?
Yes. Joe has the question.
5440 on that bill as well. 25% of men say when they look at this, it makes them feel old.
25%?
25%. 1/4 of men say when they look at this, it makes them feel really old.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Morning. I'm going to start it off with the lifeline.
Sure. Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Go with Philly today.
When I look at this, it makes me feel old. When you drive by a school. Like an elementary school.
Yeah.
Hell of an answer. No.
You picture yourself playing on the monkey bars.
Or falling off the monkey bars or getting your lip frozen to the monkey bar because your friend tried to get you to test out the
Don't
metal.
fall for that. When it's cold outside, do not put your tongue on the monkey bars.
That's right. You would have thought the Christmas Story would have prepared you for that.
That's right. Hello, City.
Can I get a lifeline, please?
Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Philly, help me out, please.
Morning cartoons, a TV program of some form.
No.
Sorry about that.
Good guess.
That'll bring you back.
Yeah. Nostalgia.
Well, back when they were just on Saturday mornings. Now there's 24-hour cartoon channels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Hello, 780 City, 780-2484 for Burt Block Party tickets. Go ahead.
Can I get Vicky?
Gosh, this is a tough
Nothing
one.
but
25%
Yeah, no
of men.
kidding.
Well, we're going to run out of them fast. This is the third one. 25% of men say when they look at this, it makes them feel old.
Let's say old trophies.
No. So I'm going to steer you in a different direction.
Please.
It makes them feel really old. Like it's not a positive. It's not something of nostalgia to look back at. It's something that they could probably do at any given day and look at and go, oh, man, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a picture. They're looking at themselves.
Okay.
But what are they looking at?
Oh, so it's
that
something
makes them feel old.
It's something to do with themselves.
Yes.
780 City, good morning. Hey.
Yes. Can I take a lifeline?
Yeah, Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Let's go with Philly.
Oh, my God. Let's just go right out of the gray hair.
No.
Sorry about that, man. 780 City. Hello. Go ahead.
I know you said looking at yourself, but does your kids count?
Nope. No, nothing to do with the kids.
Thanks for playing.
25% of men say they'll take a look at this and it makes them feel really old.
Hi, City.
Hi, is it wrinkles on your face?
No. That
That'll
might
do
all
it.
be a part of it, but
Yeah.
you're looking at something. You're not like looking in the mirror. I'll take the mirror off the
Okay,
thing, but
good.
you're looking at yourself here. But what are you looking at that makes you feel old?
780
Is
City.
it a grad photo? Is it a grad photo or something from your youth, like high school pictures or school pictures or something?
You're on the right track, but it's not a grad photo. It's a photo, but it's what photo is it? Not a grad photo.
Hello, City.
Hi. This is a hard one. Can I ask for a lifeline?
It'll be the last one.
Yeah, last one. Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Vicky?
Wedding photo?
Nope, not a wedding photo.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
And that's
That's
it for
a heck of a guess, but yeah, unfortunately, we're out of.
I think someone's going to, well, if this is the answer, because there is a guess coming in over and over on the text line.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
yeah.
it's the correct answer. The
It
text
is?
line
Oh, yeah?
was bang on today. The Boston Pizza text line was correct. It just in case for future plays.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel like you're tapped or whatever, right? But
And it didn't sound like we had a clue on any of our guesses.
No.
they were good, but that's why I tried to veer.
Don't really
early
think
enough.
of this too much,
Yeah.
I guess, looking back on it necessarily.
Well, you don't look old yet, Vicky.
Yeah,
Speak
no
for
kidding.
yourself.
Somebody sent Glenn sent us a photo of a family photo of Vicky at a camp out for I don't even
It
remember
was
where the
the
campsite
Thief
was.
River Falls tourism brochure.
You were in a tourism brochure?
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't see it. You didn't open up your Facebook.
I haven't looked at it yet this morning.
Some photographers came by and they're like, "Can we take your picture?" We were just there having lunch before we left for the day.
Now you're
This
big
was
stars
years
at
ago.
Thief River Falls. You can't walk into that town without getting recognized. But anyway, it was Glenn that sent
awesome.
it. And
Yeah.
there you are. You look exactly the same, Vicky.
Yeah. Hello, City.
Is it your driver's license?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Your license photo, apparently, people look at that and they go, oof, yeah, I've aged.
because you renew it every 4 years?
5, I think.
Five?
Yeah, something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's your name?
Gerald.
Okay, Gerald.
Hang on the line, man. You're the big winner this morning. Great guess.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
It's a marvelous conversation this morning about famous cape wearers in history. All started because Vicky witnessed someone wearing a cape in Charleswood this morning.
Mm-hmm. Just walking across the street, cape and a walking stick.
Since Charleswood Jesus has come up on the program today, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Sunday morning resurrection with our own Howard Manshine, okay? This weekend is a classic, rock long weekend, right? To get into the time machine.
Yeah.
So all your favorites and some that you haven't heard in a long time.
H could pull off a cape.
Yeah, he could.
Totally.
He's a hell of a dresser.
He's a stylish man, and nobody would question it.
I think the height helps too.
Yeah.
More flow room.
You're right, short guys. I can't do a cape.
It won't do anything for you.
He doesn't sit still, though. Howard's like a buzzsaw, like him wearing a cape. Like that thing's going to be flapping throughout like a concert. If you've ever seen him at a concert, he's not even sitting half the time. Right?
So we've been getting great cape wearers on the Boston Pizza text line, and thank you, Big N, for bringing up what I've now determined as my favorite cape wearer, El Kabong.
Who's that?
Oh, El Kabong, one of the
Wrestler?
greatest cartoon characters of all time.
Let me play a little clip, and then we'll talk about El Kabong.
Kabong! Holy! Stick 'em up, banker! Kabong!
So, I did some research because I had to know more about El Kabong.
He's just like a Zorro-looking horse?
Yes, it's Quick Draw McGraw. So the character is Quick Draw McGraw.
That was his,
And in certain cases, Quick Draw would also assume the identity of Spanish masked vigilante El Kabong.
And then whack you with a guitar.
He would...
A guitar.
El Kabong would attack his foes by swooping down on a rope with the war cry, "Ole!"
Yeah.
And then hit them on the head with an acoustic guitar.
So it was his alter ego.
Yeah. Later, Jeff Jarrett stole the El Kabong gimmick and used it in professional wrestling, hitting guys with acoustic guitars.
Yeah, you can't let that one go to waste.
No.
The people
It was a great cartoon.
who came up with El Kabong, though, oh my God. Just watching the clips on YouTube of this horse dressed like Zorro flying through the air and hitting bad guys with acoustic guitars.
But yeah, and I mean, if you thought Quick Draw McGraw was a great name, right? Going in, then they come back with El Kabong as his other alias. Like, right?
Someone brought up Captain Caveman. Oh, he was a beauty too. Captain Caveman. Sorry, Vicky, we're dating ourselves.
No,
with a
yeah.
few
Oh,
of
yeah, I've
these.
seen this guy
Okay?
before. He looks like Cousin It in the prehistoric age, yeah.
And just a kick-ass.
Who was wearing a cape back in the prehistoric days, too? That wasn't an option.
No, not many.
Right? And then this guy made a fashion. He was like the Versace of cavemen.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
And you know, we've all been doing our fair share of bitching about the weather, and for good reason. It hasn't been a great start to spring. But when you bring Wade Miller on, the president and CEO of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, it means you're talking Bomber football generally. And that is a sign of good things to come, because it means that Bomber football is right around the corner, which means great nights at Princess Auto Stadium. Good morning, Wade.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the program this morning, and we are fired up for Bomber football preseason in we're like a couple of weeks away?
Yeah, May 29th, and then the home opener June 11th. So it's, the guys are on the field, started practice on Sunday, and been a good first couple days of training camp. So looking forward to get going on the 29th, and then the home opener on June 11th.
Listen, as Bomber fans get an off-season from CFL football, you don't. You've been improving this squad, obviously, with some of the signings and the draft picks and everything else. But let's talk about what's going on behind the scenes. It happens to be National Nurses Week here in Winnipeg, too, so we want to give kudos to all of them across the province. But I know you want to take this a little deeper.
Yes, we today are launching Blue Bomber Honor Tickets, which is presented by TDS Law. And what that program is we're going to give the opportunity for the people that make a difference in our community, being frontline workers, first responders, and the Canadian Armed Forces, the ability to go to our website, bluebomber.com/honors, and sign up to get either free or discounted tickets to Bomber games. And the tickets become available by our season ticket members donating their tickets when they can't go to a game. So when they can't go to a game, they can donate their tickets right online on My Bombers account, and then they get a tax receipt from Wounded Warriors Canada. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's a way for us and our season ticket members and our corporate partners, with Blue Cross and Guardwine, to be able to recognize those people that don't do what they do every day for a thank you, and are working in some really tough situations now, whether it's first responders or the frontline workers. It's their job every day is pretty difficult in the city and province, and we need to make sure that we recognize each one of these individuals and give them thanks for the work that they do. And they didn't sign up for the thank you, but they deserve it. And then our season ticket members and fans can also go to our website and nominate. We're going to recognize 5 of those heroes every single game as well. Cool. And have them on the field and have their whole families out to the game, and a great experience. So
that's such a
we're
great
really
idea.
excited by this. Yeah.
I love that. Single tickets still are already on sale. As you mentioned, we've got the preseason game Friday, May 29th, and the home opener June 5th. What have you got planned? Because I know you guys are always working to make the full fan experience a really exciting thing. Anything you can share about that?
We'll share more over the next couple weeks, but we got a few new additions to the stadium, and just expanded the pregame tailgate area a little further, because that's just become such a people are there 2 hours before the game.
Oh, yeah.
So we now have 2 entrances and exits to that, so you'll be able to get in and out of there quicker on the east side, and be able to go out there at halftime like people do now. And, it's just an extension of the stadium, and it's, literally it's taken the entire Pinnacle Club parking lot now as well. So, and I can't, we'll just keep growing it, right? If we got to go all the way around to gate 3, we'll do it.
So be it.
Well, and you don't need to be a Bomber fan, you don't need to be a football fan to come to the Bomber games. And, the June 11th game is our, opportunity to have the 15th straight sellout. So, those single game tickets are on sale. The flex packs are on sale. Banjo Bowl's sold out. We do have tickets available for Banjo Bowl if you buy season tickets or flex packs right now. But they are sold out. They were sold out before the single game tickets went on sale.
Yeah.
Our season ticket members took the extra tickets. Just crazy.
Phenomenal.
I mentioned this. You've done such a great job for season ticket holders, too, keeping us aware of stuff. Like, I just got the email that I need to pick up my package. They're still at the stadium. What's traffic like this morning on the way in? Because there's only so much parking,
Yeah, no, it's you got parking out front.
Yes.
You have your reserved spot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know me, I don't like to walk too far.
Yeah, no. Yeah, are you coming today or tomorrow? When are you coming?
When are you leaving the office? I know you don't want to see me.
That's what he was asking for.
So you pull up, and there will be a reserved Joe Aiello spot up front for you.
You're the best.
And there'll be a sign with your name on it up front there.
He wouldn't get heckled at all by other fans.
Kidding.
Joe.
You know what? Honestly, Wade, you're doing a great job. And you told us there was a plan when you first took over the job, and it's been an unbelievable ride so far, and you just keep working at it. So kudos to you. And I love the healthcare frontline worker program. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and anytime we talk to Wade, food always comes up. Off air, we were chatting about food, and we're going to get Wade back on in the next couple of weeks for some announcements related to game day and the season. Mm-hmm. So we're pumped about that, Wade.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Take care.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
We learned Journey is coming to Winnipeg.
Yeah, that's going to be a great show. Maybe their last show on tour. That's happening September 29th at Canada Life Centre.
Tickets are going to go sale Thursday, but Brian won himself a pair of tickets on the Boston Pizza text line. We'll have more the rest of the week on the show.
That's awesome. A lot of people pumped up about that show. You can also win tickets online. on the 92.1 City socials if you're interested in trying your luck there. We learned about Charleswood Jesus this morning, and Vicky, it sounds like you spotted him coming into work.
Wasn't even looking for him. Didn't even know he had such a title. But long black cape, walking stick, sandals, and some wired earbuds just walking across Moray.
That would freak me out because we go to work very early, and it's just like that catches your attention. Like, you never expect to see that any time of day, but in the morning, you're like, are my eyes deceiving me? Is that someone with a cape on?
You've got to wonder, but it was quite a sight to see.
Mm-hmm. My grandmother would say she saw Jesus every day, Phil. She prayed, but never met Charleswood Jesus.
No. And that, of course, got us talking about famous people who wore capes. People like Superman, Batman, Dracula, and my personal favorite, El Kabong, the cartoon character. El Kabong! No, he didn't say El. He just said Kabong!
Yeah, and...
Yep, smoke the villain over the head with the acoustic guitar. 25% of men say when they look at their driver's license, it makes them feel old.
Yeah, Vicky, you mentioned it's like every 5 years you get the picture taken, so there's some changes.
A lot can happen in 5 years.
And you're not allowed to smile either, right? So you don't get any glow off of that picture.
That's right, yeah.
It's pretty rare that you come up with a driver's license photo where you're like, I love that picture.
Yeah. True.
Like 9 times out of 10, like I have a toque or a hat on, so I take that off, and then my hair just is toque head. Just looks awful.
I was just looking at mine, and my eyes are like a little too wide. Just opened them a little too much, so it looks a little crazy. I'm surprised they let me into the LC.
See, that makes...
Yeah, because you need to show that card now.
I wouldn't trust that woman.
Don't let her in. Look at those eyes. And we'll wrap with this. Niverville is in action today at the Centennial Cup in Prince Edward Island. They play Canmore. This is big because both teams don't have a loss yet. It's a 2 o'clock face-off. 2 o'clock local time. Go Niverville. And that's what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, log it into 92.1 City weekday morning 6 to 10.